everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Joy. Here we talk about everything under the sun, moon, and stars, spiritual, unorthodox. We talk about parenting. We talk about relationships, tarot. Girl, you name it. So yes, welcome back. I have something that is kind of like really on my brain, and I want to talk about it. I have often been asked, how are you so happy? How are you so at peace with everything that you've been through? How are you able to forgive those people? Like, there's no bitterness in you. And honey, trust me, it hasn't always been that way, okay? I have definitely had my bitter, angry, sad, depressed, all of that. I've been there. I really have. And it was a really hard, long journey to get to a place of love. And that's what I want to talk about, is how do you forgive and operate in the universal language of love. It's going to be much easier said than done, because what we're talking about is we're going to be talking about confronting ourselves, confronting the, I guess you would say, what is the word I'm looking for? Confronting yourself. Well, okay. Let me just get into it. So, we're going to use one of my relationships as an example, because I'm just out there. I'm like to put it out there, baby. So, in a relationship, in the beginning, everything is great, just like most relationships. You bring your best face forward. They bring their best face forward. You talk about your goals and your abilities and your gifts and your talents, and you're talking about your childhood and what you see for the future. You start building on that, and you get married, and then life likes to go ahead and test you. You're married now. As if life didn't test you in the early stages of the relationship. But hey, let's just go for it now. So now that you're married, during the relationship period, you noticed some red flags. You noticed their inability to conversate, or you noticed their inability to be honest, their capacity to love you, treat you, romance you, what have you. You've noticed before you got married, you noticed that there is a cap to every single one of these things that you have high expectations for, right? What I would like to point out is most oftentimes we, as women, as humans, we do not talk about the expectations that we have when it comes to our relationships, how we expect to be loved, how we expect to be taken care of, or how we expect to be talked to when conversations need to be spoken more on the not so jovial side. We often don't discuss the expectations that we keep dwelling. You know what I'm saying? And this leads to a lot of breakups, because we have these expectations, these unspoken expectations of what we envision our life to look like. When the other party does not show up to that level of expectation that they were unaware of, there becomes friction. There becomes hurt. And the person who had the expectation, they now become hurt. They now become confused. Might even sometimes get the feeling of unworthiness, depending on how they grew up. If they have self-esteem issues, or if they have like mommy daddy issues, childhood traumas that they have not worked through. So now that they're feeling hurt, ashamed, abandoned, feeling lied to, a lot of other feelings that they're feeling, it causes confrontation. This individual is still operating at their fullest capacity that you knew when you guys were dating. You knew that they were not romantic in the way that you wanted them to be romantic. You knew that they didn't rub your feet, or they didn't, bring you flowers. You knew that they were horrible cooks, or weren't that great at babysitting. If you didn't have kids before marriage, when you realized that during the pregnancy they weren't as attached to the idea of this baby coming forth, those are signs. There are always signs to show you how much a person is able to love, care, build, strengthen, provide. All of those things, they're always there, especially when it comes to men. Men are pretty straightforward in their actions and in their words. And even if they are hiding things, or if they are providing small untruths, they're still pretty straightforward in the untruths. Why do I say that? Because as women, especially spiritual, connected to God, intuitive women, you always know. And then it just girl, let me not even get into that, okay? You always know. So now you're upset. Now that you're upset and you're bashing this individual for them doing what they've been doing the whole entire time, now they are going to start reacting to the way that you're behaving due to them not achieving your unspoken expectations of what you wanted them to be like in this relationship. So now they go out and now they're hiding and they're sneaking and they're cheating and they're not showing up. And before you know it, the relationship is over. All right. Now the relationship is over and you're angry and you're bitter because now you have kids and now you're going through a divorce. And now you have to take care of not only being the mother, which is being the counselor, provider, the cook, the chef, the coach, the Uber driver. We're talking about the teacher, the therapist. You name it, a mother is it. All right. And you, on top of that, now have to be the sole provider. Now, you have these high expectations. You still have these high expectations of what you want your life to look like. And now not only are you angry at that individual for leaving you and walking away to make sure that this does not damage or go beyond damage any further. This individual says, you know what? I'm out of here. Before I make any more mistakes and taint my character, they've cheated, they lied. Maybe they even put their hands on you or they punched a hole in the wall, what have you. Like, they have done things that is out of their character due to the fact that, like I said, unspoken expectations. All right. Now you guys are separated. They, as men will often do, when they leave a troubled situation, they love you. All right. And it may take some time for them to come to terms that that love that they have for you is all that they have now. And it's not going to go any further. It's not going to be anything to build upon. They just have to hold on to this love, right? Now, They move on. Why? Because men are movers. They're builders. They are built that way. They are not built to sit in emotion. They're I'm finna hit the road. I got to move. I have to make something because I am a productive individual, because I am a man, because my testosterone says that I got to keep it pushing, baby. So you're sitting here taking care of all these responsibilities, and you get to look at over here, and it just looks and seems like they're so happy and they'd have moved on and they're enjoying life. Oh, girl, you already know that is adding fuel to your fire, because how dare you? How dare you move on? How dare you be happy? How dare you not be affected by this situation? I want to stop you right there, sis. I want to stop you right there. You have a finger pointed at that individual, and you've got all these fingers pointing back at you. What we're going to do is we're going to take a look at ourselves. Did I see the warning signs? Yes. Did I listen? No. Did I know the capacity in which they could care and provide for me? Yes. And did I still have these higher expectations beyond their capacity? Yes. Do I have a fault in aiding in this relationship? Yes. Yes, you do. In this moment, I want you to be honest with yourself. How can I take accountability for this relationship's ending? I just going to speak upon myself. In that moment, I realized that everything in life has restrictions. It has a cap. It has a place where you can no longer go. You go to an amusement park and you want to get on a ride. Sorry, you have to be this tall to get on a ride. You get on the elevator. Hey, our capacity only lifts this amount of weight. You're just now starting at the gym. You know you can't bench press 250. You have restrictions. You got to start slow. Get them 50 pounders, okay? You can't go that way. There's restrictions in everything. Birds can only fly. They can't swim. So you cannot possibly ask a bird to come deep sea diving with you and then get mad when they drown. Just like I want you to do, I had to take a look. I had to step back. I had to step out of my feelings and take a look at the situation as God would. All right? God is love. And I had to really just take a step back. And because I'm a mother, I believe that this was much easier for me to do because I am a mother of 2 boys. Yeah. And these young men, I should say, I was able to take a look at my past relationship with my ex as if I was looking at my son. And I said, okay, Joy, I knew that this individual had never taken on so much responsibility. Although the intention was great, the intention was pure-hearted, this individual was only able to carry so much. Looking at their past and analyzing the conversations that we've had leading up to us meeting, there was a pattern of how much this individual could handle. And when this individual was met with a weight that was much more than they were able to bear, they left the situation. Okay, I get that. Now I'm sitting back and I'm realizing, did you acknowledge that this individual was only able to hold this much weight? And in that acknowledgement, did you agree to take upon the rest of the weight so that your expectations could be met? Or did you fall back and put all the responsibility on that person to fulfill your expectations? Bingo. That's what I did. It was hard to get to this place. Lots of crying, lots of self-analyzing, and taking accountability for my actions or lack thereof. Now this individual is living their life and they are finding themselves, and they may even just have a family of their own. And I get to sit back because I have said, Joy, you are just as much to blame for the ending of that relationship as that individual is to blame for leaving. Their leaving was the blessing. The relationship was the lesson. Now I can take that lesson and apply it to the blessing and be a wise word unto others, you know? So if you find yourself angry, bitter, in a place of unforgiveness, I urge you to sit down with a notebook in your closet, in your she shed, in your bedroom, in your bathroom, wherever you go to find peace and quiet so that you can speak with your highest self and allow her to show you the error of your ways. And when you come across a situation where you have wronged yourself, please do not get angry with yourself. Do not immediately pick up the baggage of bitterness, but allow yourself to feel the damage of what you have done and allow yourself to correct the feeling in which you hold. Take that feeling, hold it in your hand, and say, I no longer possess this. I give this to God. Universe, take this away from me so that I may now see and think clearly, and I can now be accountable for my own actions. I am now able to stand my ground, and I will, from this point on, always speak of my expectations, and I will listen to the other party when they say, this is my cap, this is my restriction, this is all that I am able and willing to give to you. From that point, you are the one who is responsible for accepting it or for saying, thank you so much for letting me know, and I do not agree with how much you're willing to give me. Or if it is great, I gladly accept how much you're willing to give to me. And this is how much that I am willing to give to you. And let that be that. I truly, truly, truly pray that this helps someone, even if it's just one person. Know that you are not in this life by yourself, sis. I am here for you. And if there are any questions, comments, or concerns, if you want to talk about anything, please drop a comment in the comment sections below. Like and share this video so that someone else can be blessed. And I pray nothing but peace, love, and abundance over you and your family and everyone out there.